So what information can we find here? First of all, we have the posting date and we have the document type. This can be the payment if this is connected with bank or cash, and or invoice. If it's an invoice, we can also have credit memo here, and we have also have blank. In document number, we have the transaction number, document number. In external document number, we can keep additional numbers like our vendor invoice number. In this case, when we put this value on purchase invoice header, when it's posted, this will be also taken into vendor ledger entries. We have vendor number, of course. We have the description. In the description, before posting, we can add some information, and this will be taken here. So you cannot edit here, but you can see what was the idea of posting the transaction. We have currency code. When it's blank, we have our transaction in our local currency. When we have a currency, this is additional currency transaction. We have some payment methods and payment references. In amounts, we have some information about the values, but in this case, in vendor ledger entries, these amounts are calculated from detailed vendors ledger entries, and this is an additional table, table connected with vendor ledger entries that keeps additional information like application or exchange rates differences, calculations, and so on. I will show you later how it looks inside. But you have to know that all those values here are just some of the entries given in the detailed vendor ledger entries. In due date column, system keeps the information about the due date. In the next 4 columns, we have the information about the payment discounts, if there are. In the open column, we have a mark if the entry is open. So this is the same as remaining amount, different than 0. So this is the same. And of course, we have entry number given automatically by the system. If you want to see some additional columns in this view, you can just right-click in the headers and add some additional columns to the view. We can take project code, which is dimension, and the purchaser code in this entries, ledger entries. Now you can see some additional information. We can of course apply entries using currencies. In this case, exchange differences will be calculated. Let's pick one of the vendors that has transactions in euro. As you can see, we have remaining amounts here, so we can apply the entries. So let's apply invoice with credit memo. So we stand on the invoice, apply entries. Okay, so let's pick one of the entries. In this case, we need credit memo. Set applies to ID. The balance is changed. Now we can post application. Okay.